Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Madcapper and this is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Now today we're going to talk about the Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and the Ultimate Showdown. It is Occult Brawler versus Dracomorph. Who will rise victorious? Well, we're about to find out. Now, let's talk about the champions really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I'm trying to make videos that are not 15 minutes long. I have failed miserably every time. This is actually my fourth take, I think, on this one. So let's get in here and let's see the Occult Brawler. If you've watched my previous videos, you know he has taken on all challengers and won. He has beaten Rowan, he's beaten Kale, he's beaten Luthiea. I don't have him beating Aothar, but here's a little public service announcement. He beats Aothar. This is why he puts every turn he has a 50% booked. It's a 60% chance to put a 5% poison debuff. This is just pure damage. Forget about everything else. Read that on your own for other areas. But for the clan boss, it is all about just damaging the champion and not having that cooldown. So he's using 3 turns of his A1 and only 1 turn with the Curse Eater. His passive, the other big part, it's putting a 2.5% poison on himself. So what? He's putting a 70% chance to put a 5% poison on the clan boss. The start of each turn for 4 turns. That's absolutely dominating. That can be a 5 turn with the mastery. So that's Occult Brawler. He is a HP based champion, so he has tons of HP, irrelevant, defense irrelevant. For the purposes of this, it is all about attacking. To note, he has 1100 attack, which is lower than our good friend Dracomorph, which we're going to go to right now. This is, I gotta say, this is probably the best kit in the game. I know that there's a couple of, maybe Venus you could argue is better because of her HP burn, but certainly for the clan boss, to have all these in one is absolutely ridiculous. He has a booked 3-turn cooldown, decreased defense and weaken. Only Venus also has that, and this is absolutely makes everyone on your team hit harder, including himself, and it's just bonkers to me. Like, only 2 champions have this. And it's an absolute, it'll do everything. It doesn't matter where you are. Arena, it's great. Clan boss, it's great. Every dungeon, it's great. Dracomorph is a game changer. The 4 times at random, each places a 5% poison debuff for 3, not 2, but 3 turns. This is a 3 turn. With the mastery, you have a 30% of each of those turning to 4 turns. Absolutely OP. And that's on a 3-turn book cooldown. And does absolute, that's where the damage comes from, obviously, but if that weren't enough, he hits really hard with his A1, and it increases by 10% which each debuff on the target, which you know you're probably going to get 10 debuffs a lot of the time on the clan boss. So this is an absolute, again, it's just another game changer that helps you do as much damage as possible. So which one of the two is going to do more damage? That is the question. There are a couple things that's putting Dracomorph at a current disadvantage, and I'm going to go to my Dracomorph to show you why. Number 1, I have him in broken set. It's not a big deal. It's all about stats. I didn't need sets to get his speed, and his HP is irrelevant. I do want him to have more attack, but for now this works really well. So he's in that speed zone, so he's getting exactly where I need him to be. His HP is more about his dungeons than the clan boss, as is his defense. Attack at 3500. For the clan boss, I would like him at over 4k, but I chose not to put it. I put an HP chest rather than an attack chest on him. It was an HP chest with the double roll on attack, and that's because I wanted this HP higher so that I could run him in dungeons, so he has some survivability, and same with the defense. But he's got a crit rate of 94%, 141% crit damage. And the big thing is his debuff accuracy at 252. That's going to help you in Ice Golem, where it seems to have a higher resist, as well as, of course, on the clan boss. And there you have it. That is the champion and the challenger, and we're going to make this fight happen. To be full disclosure, I actually ran this already once. I'm going to run the second one, and then I'm going to probably play the first one because it was on the proper affinity. As you can see here, we're already down to this affinity. So I might run both back to back just to give you an idea. But I ran it once, and then I had to fix it because I figured out my mic issue. So I'm re-recording this from the original time I ran the comp. So we're going to go. I'm not going to show you the damage I did the first time. I'm just going to go in here. And here's the team here. Obviously, we're gonna set it up. This is against, of course, the Magic Affinity. So this will be a different and more interesting. I think this is where Dracomorph has a decided advantage because he's not weak affinity like our Occult Brawler is. We'll be able to compare this hit versus the Void hit, and well, we'll see what happens. Okay, we're to start it. We're going to take it off of auto. It's crazy that it defaults to auto. We're going to set the turns as always. One thing is, I do have to change Rosh card. I think I currently have him in an accuracy banner, so he lands that, and I don't really want him to land that because it's just taking up a slot. So here's Dracomorph. Here's that decreased defense and weaken, which we're going to throw down right away. Lands it like a champ. There's the weak hit that I was already worried about, but you see he did land his passive, which was a 5-turn, which is nice. Now we're going to get this out of the way with Sir Nick. We're going to attack, 35k damage. Beautiful, 19k with 67 on the War Master. Here's the poisons going down. Boom, 3, 3, 3, and 4. We got one proc of that 30% chance. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful watching. Look at that, 53k, and he's not even close to min-max. I got a lot of work still to go on my Sir Nick, and that's the kind of damage he's doing. All right. We're going to put this to auto. I'm going to let you listen to the music. We're going to jack that up a bit. We're going to play it. We're going to compare the two. I'll see you on the flip side of the run, and hopefully it'll be an amazing 3 million damage. 3 billion? I don't know, whatever. You'll see in a minute. All right, there it is, and 30.94. That is back to back. My previous damage using the 2 Occult Brawlers on a Magic Affinity was 28 million. It sometimes even drops slightly below that depending on RNG. So to go 31 million, and on the other video, which I'll just kind of do a screen cap of and show you after, it was 31 point something. So this is, I'm breaking 30 million. My goal, of course, is to hit 35 million, just over 35 million, so I can do a 2-key. And this is such a good feeling, such a good. And here's the other thing. Again, Occult Brawler actually held his own pretty well, still doing 11.8 despite being against a weak affinity. Whereas Dracomorph, that 10.6, when he had full debuffs, when it was the whole bar was filled, and he used his A1 on the clan boss. Wow, he was hitting for 80k. I bet you he could do over 100 with a little bit more work on his gear and stuff. Remember, I just got him 2 days ago now. His first run was just this morning. I ran him yesterday at about level 54. So since getting him here, it is just shocking. It's great to have. And now you see why Dracomorph is such a wanted champion. Can you imagine once I get his books into him and he's fully maxed, and once I work on his gear, what is the cap? What is the damage cap on both him and the whole team, right? Because think of how many War Masters procced at 34 instead of 67,000 damage over the lifespan. 5 champions hitting those War Masters, you know, on a 4-turn cooldown, unless he gets that lucky extra turn. So that means 50% of these guys' turns every time that War Master hit. I mean, the damage, the ceiling is the sky's the limit. I don't know what else to say. So I'm really looking forward to that. Again, this is great. And unfortunately, Occult Brawler, the champion has been defeated. I think it's easy to say that Dracomorph is the poison champion. I still plan on getting an Aothar eventually built. I know what the answer is going to be, but in fairness, I should run him. Also, maybe in the case of this affinity, maybe he's a better one to use than the Occult Brawler. I don't know. We're going to find out eventually. But for now, I mean, the next step here is I pull a Vizier, Warlord, or Septimus, who apparently is getting his AI properly fixed in the next patch. So, you know, replacing a Occult Brawler with one of those 3 champions to extend debuffs might be the only way to do more damage on this team, other than just min-maxing the team themselves. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I'm putting that out to the passive RNG gods, the same ones who gave me Dracomorph. Please give me a Warlord Septimus or Vizier, preferably Vizier, but I'm not greedy. I'll take any one of the three, and allow me to continue this content under the Ultra Nightmare. I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the description down below. Please like and subscribe, and turn notifications on, and email your friends and say, look at this. I'm hoping to grow this channel because I love doing this. I love continuing doing it. Most importantly, I hope everyone is be kind to one another and have a wonderful day. Like, I'm gonna go out in this sun. Look, it's like there's a heaven behind me. It's still cold, but it's very bright and beautiful out there. So I'm gonna get out there, and I hope you get a chance to get out there too. Have a wonderful day.